Hi friends, Pastor Jim here. It's a weekday morning, but it's about 5:45 in the morning. The sun is out and I'm on the lake, as you can see. The sun is not too high yet. And I just wanted to speak with you about water and weather. You know, when I grew up in New England, we had a phrase that I'd heard all my life that said, if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. And when I got to Wisconsin in my mid-30s, I found out they were using the same phrase here. If you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. There are days when this lake is so rough, mostly in the wintertime, but also sometimes in the summer. We had a time this spring that I shared in a children's lesson when the rocks were thrown up on the North Point beach. And it was incredible damage, destruction. Of course, it got cleaned up, but there was some erosion all along the lakefront in Sheboygan and certainly elsewhere. And then there's days like today when it's just glassy, calm, so beautiful and peaceful. I'm going to go down to North Point and show you some images from down there today, and then I'll put on the screen some from not too long ago, and we'll talk a little more. So here I am off of North Point. First I'm looking to the north and east a little bit to show you how calm it is. Now here I am looking toward North Point behind me. It is a glass, calm. Birds are out looking for food. I'm thinking about the state of our souls and our emotional lives. There are days when we are at peace, when we're content. And then there's days when we're really agitated. And the truth is, friends, it's not so much about what's outside of us that agitates us. It's what's going on inside of us. Our thoughts. Our thoughts really make us, shape us. It doesn't mean there are things around us that don't bother us and things that might even change the course of our lives that we have no control over. But that's the key, is to realize what we have control over and what we don't. If we could just focus on what we can control and let the rest go, we might find a huge increase in the quality of our lives. That's the part of the serenity prayer, right? It begins with, God, give me the serenity to accept what I must accept. Another phrase I like from Byron Katie is, love what is. When we love what is, we accept what is, we can find peace. When people say, well, I don't want to love it, okay, I can accept it, but I'm not going to love it. Well, it's your choice. Something to think about. And then there's other days when out here on the lake, it is so stormy, wavy. The surfers love it. Maybe the ducks love it, but it might simulate the torment in our minds. These videos here show a storm from the past year or so here at North Point. I wasn't out on my boat. I'm not that stupid. But you can see from the land how wild and churned up things were. Outside of us, there's always going to be something to churn us up. It might be the news. It might be a phone call we get from a relative. It might be worries about our money, our jobs, or health. It might be worries about whether we get the coronavirus or not, or what if I have it and I don't know it. There's always something else to worry about. We don't have to go out on the lake. I'm so privileged to be able to live near the lake, and many of us in Sheboygan can at least walk by the lake or bicycle or just sit We don't need to even see the lake. We can have a little bird bath in our backyard, pull up a lawn chair and just sit. It doesn't have to be 5:30 in the morning. Could be midday. You might find a tree to sit under the shade. Life is good. Jesus is with you, whether you know it or not. He's been there. He knows exactly what we're just talking about. And he worked on it. He perfected it. Showed us that there can be peace. My peace I leave with you, he said. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. Thanks for watching.